All right. Hello, everybody. I believe we're live for the second time here, and hopefully you can hear both myself and Stephanie. Stephanie, should we test this out? You want to say something?
Yep. Hi, everyone.
Okay, I think we're good. Okay, amazing. Well, everybody, I apologize for the delay. If you are tuning in now, please put hashtag live so that we know that you're here. And if you're tuning into the replay, please put hashtag replay so that again, we know that you have tuned in. I'm really excited to have Stephanie here today to talk about her experience inside the Just Launch program. Yay. Thank you, Sam. Sam says it's working in the comments. I appreciate you. So, Stephanie, take two. Do you want to do a quick introduction of yourself and tell us a little bit about you and your business?
Sure. My name is Stephanie McFarland. I'm an emotional wellness and personal development coach. I'm the creator of Clear Canvas Coaching and Holistic Healing. I'm also a mindfulness and Reiki practitioner and a sacred circle facilitator and now podcaster, I guess.
Yes, for
And
sure.
yeah, essentially what I do is I help individuals uncover and clear away um, all of the unprocessed negative emotions that they've held on to, and also limiting beliefs that are causing challenges and blocks within different areas of their life, including sometimes their physical health. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. I love everything that you're doing and had the honor of doing the Women's Circle Facilitator training with you. And now the two of us being podcast hosts. So I'd love to know at what point, like how long were you thinking about starting a podcast to complement your business before you did?
So I've been guided to start a podcast about probably, I want to say like maybe 6 months ago. And I didn't really understand why at the time. So obviously I questioned it and I waited and I put it off, right? And then it was about, I think July or August, I actually put it on my task list and said, okay, I'm going to start this because it's bringing me to a point now where um, it's like I'm being guided to put myself out there and to find my voice. And so the podcasting is just a platform in order to do that, but also it gives me an opportunity to share what I've learned and what's helped me in my healing journey. And then so yeah, about August I put it on my list, and then September you had started your challenge, and I was like, oh, perfect place to start because I was procrastinating.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love how you explain this and kind of painted that picture for us because I think it's really beautiful. And that's what I've experienced in my life too. Like podcasting, yes, you're putting it out there and you're sharing your message, you're sharing all the incredible services that you provide to your clients, you're really showing your expertise. But then at the same time, there's also like a second component to it where it's allowing you the space to be able to share your message and really find your voice. And I think for me too, it was such like a confidence booster for me. It really helped me share and gain my voice at the same time that I was sharing valuable information. So I love that you do that because I feel like it's such a powerful medium and channel to really support your business, but then also support your personal growth at the same time. So, like you were saying, you had this on your vision board for a little bit, and then you decided to join in my 3-day podcast masterclass that happened at the end of September. During that masterclass, you had created your cover art and you even launched your trailer. And when you first launched it, you had the intention of putting out one episode per month. And then since you launched it and now that you're in the program, you're actually releasing 5 episodes per month, which is amazing. So can you share what your experience has been since joining the Just Launch program? And then how has it really maybe shifted the way that you were approaching your podcast?
Oh my goodness. Okay. So yes, originally I had planned on doing a monthly podcast. That's what I felt like I could commit to. And then it just felt like a big gap, like a lot of space in between, like the podcast. And ideally I would like to do 2 weeks, 1 week, but I couldn't commit to that. So, and then I thought to repurpose my Mindful Mondays that I do in my community and just include them on the podcast as well. And that's been going really great. So every week I have a mini episode of Mindful Mondays, and then I still launch my full episodes on the first of every month. Yeah, so since the challenge actually was amazing. So to get the podcast up and going, first of all, because I probably would have never started it if it wasn't for that. And then once it was started, it was just like it kind of like I already had that momentum, right? And then joining the Just Launch community, it's been really just keeping me pushing forward with it, rather than just okay, put it on the back burner kind of thing. And actually, your one, I think it was day 3 when you had said, "Oh, your first initial episode should be about like an introduction to yourself and yada yada." And I was like, "Oh, that's a really good point because I would have just went full in on the content and didn't say a word about me and all this." So it's good to like really get into a community where someone knows what they're talking about and you can follow a process and then like a structure, because otherwise you're going to be like kind of all over the place and make mistakes, which mistakes are fine. But if you can join a community where or a program like yours where it's a step-by-step process that you can follow, and I love it too because it's so simple and easy to navigate, and it's just like the process is just so clear, and I love that because everything is like very overwhelming when you go and try and do things on your own, right? Which
Hmm.
causes procrastination because you're like, oh my god, my mind is like scatterbrained. So so yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
For sure. Yeah, I love it. And again, like I love the points that you're hitting on here because even to repurpose your Mindful Monday videos so that now it's bringing you up to releasing 5 episodes per week. So you're per month, excuse me. So you're having more of that um, consistency showing up on the podcast. But the point that I want to make, and that I think that many people coming in may not realize, is that you can really repurpose content. And it's all about using your podcast to really tie into what you're already doing to complement what you're already doing. It's not like a huge thing that you're adding to the task and oh my gosh, now you need to create like something so new. Like you really create your episodes that's in alignment with what you're already doing. And so I love that you really utilize that and just let everything kind of work together. And so you're consistently showing up, but it's not like you are, having to struggle to make like these big new ideas all the time. It's just really repurposing. And I love that point that you're making, which again, like I feel like a lot of us miss that when we're looking to start a podcast and we might not really be seeing just how much it can really complement what we're already doing in our business. And so then you talked about the community and how it helped you really stop the procrastinating, which I think like we're all guilty of when we have something that we want to do. And then it's a little like, it's almost like this question mark in our minds because we don't really know how to move forward just yet. And so, like, yeah, let's just put it on the back burner one day, because it's almost like a headache to start thinking about. And so, the community and the clear process really helped you out. I mean, we talked about so much already, but if you had to like pinpoint like one thing, what would be your favorite part of the program that you'd say?
The favorite part of the program would be the community because of the accountability. It's really motivating to really get things done. So I love that. Another thing about the community too is like there's so much support there and encouragement and actually inspiration too, right? Because everybody's on the same page and we're all like sharing this journey together. So it causes a connection like no other really, right? Like I mean you're on the same journey. So yeah, so the connection, the support, and then like I said, the inspiration when others are sharing what they're doing and what they have going on, you're like, "Oh my God, I love that. I'm gonna try that too," you know? And or like, "Thank you so much for sharing that. That's like a huge help." And so yeah, the community by far is probably the best part of the program.
Yeah. Yeah. That's spot on because you do have that accountability and then being able to share with people who are doing the same thing as you. I think this is so important because, I mean, we all need support, right? Like connection is what really helps us grow, but the quality of our connections is really so important. And this is something that's really like, coming to the forefront in my life specifically that I'm seeing a lot of, right? So you really want to surround yourself with like-minded people that are doing similar things to you that is going to help you elevate in doing that same thing. And like to give context to the listener right now, we've had calls where we really focused on, our content planning or looking at our values and they just really like offering support on any kind of challenge that anybody may be facing because like you're saying, Stephanie, things like procrastination or like fear of judgment, like these are all things that we all face. So even when someone else is sharing, you are picking up so much and you're learning so much and you're getting so many ideas how to further elevate your business too. So it's so powerful to be in a community of support. And also we have, our private community where then you can go and share um things that you're working on. Like Steph, I'm pretty sure you shared your trailer on there and you shared your first episode just to kind of like get feedback to make sure that what you're putting out is, really good and like just get feedback on what other people think about it. So what do you think of that community? Like more so than just like having our weekly calls? Like what do you think having the community to really just go and put in like whatever it is you're working on right now to be able to get that feedback?
Yeah, I think I've put more energy into the calls more than
Hmm.
anything else because I was late joining the chat group as well. But yeah, to have that
Right.
community and to be able to provide details about what you're doing or share what you're doing to get feedback, I think is amazing, right? Because a lot of the times we doubt ourselves and we're like, oh, should I put this out there? Should I not? I don't know. I don't really like it. I don't think it's very good. Or like, and then you share it in the community and they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. This is amazing. Like, just put it
Right.
out there. So it's like, just do it. Don't try to perfect it, right? Like, there's a saying where it's like, you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. So it's
Mm.
like, just go for it, right?
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, you're spot on with that. We could just get caught up in our head. Like the fear of perfectionism comes on to each of us like hard, right? Where we feel like we almost have this paralysis. And so just being able to share that. Amazing. And so you kind of, again, you touched on it already with everything that you're sharing, but like, where do you think you would be in terms of your podcast if you hadn't joined the program?
Honestly, I'd probably still be procrastinating. It would probably still be in my to-do list. Yeah, because I don't
Hmm.
have anybody to hold me accountable, right? Because it's one thing to let myself down, but then it's another thing to like say you're going to do something in a group like we have and then not do it because then you're not only letting yourself down, you're letting yourself down times everyone that's in that group. Because then
Hmm.
you're almost like embarrassed like, "Oh yeah, I said I was going to do it and then I didn't do it." Right? So and that's like the motivating factor is like, okay, I can't let myself down because then everybody's going to see that, I let myself down and we don't want that. So just do it.
Yeah, 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 no, absolutely. Yeah. And that's the power with community. So, like, you detailed that or explained that perfectly. And so, if there's anybody tuning in right now and they're like, oh, like, I really want to launch a podcast, I've been wanting to for a little bit and I haven't, and I'm curious about this program, like, what would you say to them if they're on the fence? What would you say to them about joining the Just Launch program?
So I would say if it's something that you're thinking about, then I would just say just go for it because really life is about discovering yourself, and in order to do that, you have to try new things. So if you're thinking about doing it, just go out and try it, and then you'll know if it's meant for you or not. And even if it doesn't work out, then there's no regrets, right? You're like, well, I wanted to do it, I did it, it didn't work out, moving on to the next thing, right? But then it could go the other way too, where it could turn out absolutely amazing. So you just never know. So, like I said, just go for it.
Hmm. Yeah, I love it. I love it. So, can you also share where everyone could tune into your podcast? Because you're almost on you hooked up the RSS, right? So you're on all of the major platforms.
Yeah. don't know how many exactly I went on, but I know I'm on Spotify for sure. I'm on Apple Podcast for sure. And either way, you can check it out, whatever podcasting stream you're on. The name is just Clear Canvas.
Okay, amazing. And where else can people find you if they want to like follow you on your journey with your coaching and everything?
Sure, I'm on Facebook. I have a community as well. It's called Clear Canvas Coaching and Holistic Healing. And you can also find me on TikTok and Instagram.
Okay, amazing. Well, thank you for coming on, Steph, and sharing your journey. It's such a pleasure as always. And I'm so excited for you and all of the momentum that you're making with your podcast and your business and everything. So thanks for coming on and sharing with us.
Well, thank you for everything that you do and for offering the program. It's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.